Think of all the energy that people waste on protecting their self-image. When I have a client that comes to me and they want to deal with somebody who accuses them of something, my brother says I'm selfish, whatever. I'm always asking, what are you protecting? What is this thing that you are protecting when you want to set other people straight? Think of the energy that is wasted in this self-protection. Now, if you look at my previous videos that I did very recently about kind of changing your connection to family dynamics, cultural dynamics, the thing is that when you start awakening spiritually and you start changing your life, what happens is that can be disruptive for other people in your life. They don't necessarily like it when you change. And they will do anything they can to bring you back into the fold. A lot of times what they will do is that they will accuse you of being selfish. They will accuse you of not caring about anybody. If you've been in a situation where you have been drained by playing other people's games, by going along with other people's agendas and scenarios, when you quit doing that, they're not going to like it, right? And they're going to accuse you. And that accusation is a really good way to hook you back into the drama. And so what you want to realize is that you don't need to defend yourself. What is this thing that you are protecting? What are you defending? See, if you're going to really awaken spiritually, if you're really going to change your life, you are going to set off a kind of domino reaction where, right, you're going to be that first domino that starts pushing down the whole row. And there's going to be dominoes that don't want to be pushed down. And it's not like you're doing anything, right? It's like, think of it as like a slave revolt, okay? It takes that first slave to say, I'm not doing it. I'm running away. I'm not doing this work, whatever. It takes that first brave person to buck the system. And then that inspires others, right? So when you disconnect from the Matrix is going to do anything to get you back because it realizes that you could set off this whole chain reaction of defections from the Matrix. Okay? So one of the main things that's going to happen is you're going to be accused of certain things. And you're going to need to take these accusations seriously. I mean, you don't want to have this attitude of like, well, I'm all spiritual now and I'm on my spiritual journey, so everything I do cannot be questioned and it's all perfect. No, you might be acting badly and you need to consider that, but consider that on your own. Ask the other person for their full analysis of what's wrong with you and what you're doing. And, just ask them questions. So you say that I'm being an asshole. Can you tell me what are these things that I've been doing, right, that you feel like are being an asshole? And then you need to really think, are these things reactive of me? Are these things an overreaction? Or are these things really authentic to where I am right now? But the core point is, what are you defending? What are you defending when somebody hooks you back into drama and where you feel like you have to answer this accusation, right? You need to understand that in your process of detaching from the matrix and awakening spiritually, you will be accused of things. And you need to see that as par for the course. It's just a way that people who don't want you going into this other reality, they use it to create doubt and anger and whatever. Because if they can get you reacting, then you're on their turf, okay? If you're not reacting, if you're responding rather than reacting, then you stay grounded in your own reality. So you need to think, when you are being accused, number one, you need to think, is it true? Okay? And you need to think about that yourself. Don't work it out with the accuser. Work it out in your own mind. But ask the accuser for all their supporting evidence, absolutely, because you want to look at that, right? Because there are a lot of people that get on a spiritual thing that go off the rails, absolutely. A lot of my work with people is getting them grounded into reality while still ascending in this spiritual way, and that can be tricky. But you need to think, when you get reactive, when, they might say, you don't care about anybody anymore, right? Because you're not making the old compromises that you used to make. And so you're doing things that, compared to what you used to do, seem to be selfish. And you don't want to be selfish. You're trying to spiritually awaken. It's not about selfishness. But it is about detaching from the matrix of family, the matrix of cultural conditioning, family conditioning, the matrix at your job perhaps, your social circle, your socioeconomic group, whatever it is. It doesn't mean not being connected to these people, institutions, or whatever. It means not being emotionally connected in this way that limits your range of motion. So just think, when they're hooking you with an accusation, what is it that you are defending? And consider that you don't really need to defend it. You can allow people to have opinions that you don't agree with. And if those opinions are an attack on you and you think they're unfounded, then don't get into this emotional state of defending yourself, because that just plays in to their game and their strategy of pulling you back into the drama and back into the matrix. Something to think about today. Hope you enjoyed this. If so, please like, subscribe, comment, and all of that. And if you'd like help with working on issues like this, you can check out my website, andysway.com. Thanks for watching.